There's some talk about you guys picking up the pace even more this year. Is that the plan as of right now?
Yeah, we're trying. Well, I think there should be just a natural little bit of pace picking upping. All right. Is that two adjectives or something? Double what? Double something.
Double.
You're in mid-season adjective form.
Just because now this is the third year that these guys have been in this offense, so obviously I thought the kids have really done good with the communication and a lot of carryover that they brought from last year. So I would hope that we would be able to, be a little bit smoother in our transition from play to play and be able to have a little more speed with it.
Jim was also saying he wanted to change the tempo. I mean, sometimes go fast, sometimes go slow.
Who said that?
Jim.
Oh, well, then I guess that's what we're doing. If you'd have said Brett, I said, hell no. I said, Jim, I'm with you. All right, yeah, we're going to change it. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. All right.
Now, Brett said you guys were maybe going to go a little more vertical this year. Is that him being in that his third season? Is that something?
Well, and I think the other thing is I think we're going to have a little bit of experience in the O-line. So, obviously that was in the back of my head all last year when you got, some young pups in there. And so, yeah, I mean, I think it gives us a chance to maybe extend the field a little bit.
So it's only been 2 practices, but have you seen that Brett took some strides in the offseason?
Yeah, without a doubt, And not so much, I mean, I always think about it as when he looks over and he knows about one hand signal into the play, he already knows where it is. He stops looking at me. So I know he's really catching on to. He knows the offense. He understands what we're trying to do with it, and I think he's had a great off season. He's really studied hard. He's done a great job this spring, before spring ball, studying and getting around guys to help him become a better quarterback. Understanding the game, watching a lot of film. So he's becoming. I really just see that different look in his eyes. He's becoming a lot more confident about what he's doing out there.
So you just stop after one hand signal, see if he knows what he's doing?
Yeah, he'd probably be right 50% of the time. Yeah.
Do you have a plan for the backup quarterback front? I know Jim was talking. He's gonna be watching that.
Yeah, I think that's our number one deal right now. Nobody, Jerry's had some good moments out there. Sante's going through that learning curve that all young quarterbacks go through, where it's one really good one, then like 2 really bad ones, and then 1 really good one. So Saturday, hopefully we can get like 2 really good ones and 2 really bad ones and 2 really good ones. But and Mike has been sick. So he hasn't had a chance to get out there much. So it's a good young group of guys, and so I think those guys are battling.
What's your impression of Craig Lee so far in 2 practices?
He's doing a good job. They're all doing a good job back there. Yeah. I can look good without when they're not really tackling me, right? Let's see.
Well, let's see it.
I can't? No.
With Brett, does he give maybe more input, or can you tell, is he giving...
I see him taking charge out there, I see him, getting after some guys when they're not doing things right, and, understanding, not only the protection schemes, but the run schemes and where the problems are, and good quarterbacks fix your problems for you out there, and I think he's starting to do things like that for us.
How much did maybe him spending that time with NFL QBs, Tebow and Philip Rivers?
I mean, just think what a great deal. Sit in a room for 8 hours with Philip Rivers and watch film, and then go out on the field and get a throw with him, and be around a guy like that who's just a class act, and a great NFL quarterback to be, to get spend some time with Garcia, and even when Tim came in and spent, that was awesome. Came in and talked to him about leadership, and he won a Heisman, he won a national championship, so those are all things I think were awesome for Brett, and he was really in tune to it, and was like really soaking up all the information he could. So it was cool.
How much was he talking to you and Taylor this offseason? How much was he talking to you guys about, trying to really understand the offense and the schemes and everything?
Yeah, every day, yeah. We talked, he was by the office all the time, understanding things, and then we'd get him with some of those other guys and sit in there and we'd talk football with him. So, no, he's really put his arms around the whole thing and wants to be.
Simon out with an injury and Torian's not there anymore. But it seems like you feel a little bit more confident in the offensive line, even even without
Yeah,
them.
you know, I'd still like a couple. You know, we still like a little bit more. You know, we're still down a little bit in numbers. You know, just for depth. But I think the young group we've got, it's one of these years, if I hang around long enough, I might actually say, okay, we got 4 senior linemen coming back and so all these young guys. But no, I'm really happy with that group. Very athletic group.
How did those 3 guys, you know, Scott, Alex, and Caleb, look compared to the end of last season?
How do they
look compared to the end of last season?
Well, Alex's hand, you know, like I said, it's the same thing as far as, you know, obviously there's just because they've been here a year now, they're a little more comfortable with what's going on, and they've heard things a number of times now. So, you know, to me, we don't play with any more freshmen. They may be freshmen, but we don't count them as freshmen. They've been around long enough that they should understand what we're trying to get done. I mean, we were just trying to get them off the bus and to the game before. Now they should kind of understand what's going on. All right, guys.
Cool.
Good.